Stop fire! I'm shot. I'm taking around. We're still shooting.
Tonight, a Stockton police sergeant is recovering in the hospital after being shot while chasing a suspected carjacker. Good evening, I'm Edie Lambert.
And I'm Golston Dart. Stockton police have detained several people in connection to that carjacking and that shooting. Right now, police are trying to figure out what happened. This all started about 3 this morning when a 69-year-old man was carjacked on Bedlow Drive. He's currently in the hospital. An alert was sent out to officers searching for the man's car. Then an officer spotted the car in an area of Coventry Drive and Hillsborough Way. Then there was a short chase. Speeds reached about 50 miles an hour, and then less than a minute later, from when the car was spotted, the Stockton officer was shot and hit.
For hours today, Stockton police have been investigating what happened here. Live Copter 3 giving you this exclusive look at the bullet-ridden police car. It's right behind the car that officers say was stolen. And as the investigation continues, there are a lot of questions, and of course, people in that community are on edge. We have live team coverage tonight.
Beginning with KCRA 3's Lizzie Mitri, who joins us right now. She's at police headquarters. So, Lizzie, what have we learned so far about the investigation?
Well, right now, Stockton police say they are working to figure out if the people they detained are related to this carjacking that ended in a shooting, and if so, how. But they do say they don't believe there is a threat to public safety. And this all started just before 3 this morning with a 911 call from a 69-year-old man who said he was carjacked on Bedlow Drive.
We're still looking as far as entirely details of motive and what led up to that incident as far as specifics. The victim in the carjacking, the 69-year-old male, was transported to an area hospital and with some moderate to severe injuries.
Officers spotted the stolen car, and they say a chase led them to Gateway in Kentfield, where the driver got out and tried to make a run for it. Police say they aren't sure how many suspects were in that car, but at least one of them shot multiple times at a Stockton police sergeant, hitting him in the chest and shoulder area. As far as how he's doing, they've only said he's at the hospital and stable. But again, they have not announced any arrests. They haven't named any suspects. At this point, police are only saying that they have possibly 3 or 4 people that they've detained for questioning. Reporting live here in Stockton, Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Lizzie, thank you. Now, as Lizzie said, police have not yet arrested anyone in connection with this case.
Live Copter 3 was over the scene, though, as several people were taken into custody.
We got contact with somebody. Yeah, possible primary is walking westbound down the alley out of our view line. He cut north on foot. He got his hands up.
And Live Copter 3 showing at least one person detained. This was around 9 this morning, close to where the shooting happened. And that's where KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz joins us live. Maricela, what are you hearing from people in that community at this point?
Yeah, Edie, well, the shooting comes as a shock given that it involved a Stockton police officer, but residents in this community tell me that they are not exactly surprised.
Kentfield, looking for a spot to just go.
Stockton police flooding a neighborhood on Kentfield Drive and Gateway this Wednesday. After shots were fired at an officer.
I'm shot. I'm taking around.
I was looking out my window sometimes at nighttime, and I see somebody like running going that way at those apartments over trying to get in.
Stockton police believe that multiple people may have fired shots, with none coming from the involved officer.
I heard pop, 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 like, you know, like you're doing it. And then I heard a car going.
Resident Virginia Gonzalez was one of many who heard the overnight shooting, raising concerns for her own safety and that of her neighbors.
We got kids running around here. We got people. We got the manager and stuff. And we can't be dealing with this all the time. Somebody comes over here and shoots somebody.
Despite the shooting.
Oh, when they were shooting, I was dunking. Like I was scared because it was so close to my house.
Multiple people who live in the area say that this is not unusual. And although Michaela may have recently moved to Stockton.
And I'm from Oakland, and I'm used to this. So it's like, you know, this is crazy.
She's aware of her surroundings.
Oh, they always shooting up right there in front of my house. It's like a lot of people windows be getting hit. They always shoot right. This is crazy though.
Now, this stretch of Kentfield Drive near Gateway Court has remained closed for hours as investigators have been working back there. They're currently clearing out that scene where there's still those markings where the shell casings were found. We are live in Stockton. Marisela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
Marisela, thank you. And the last time a Stockton officer was shot in the line of duty was 2 years ago. In that case, Officer Jimmy Inn was shot and killed while responding to a domestic violence call on May 11th of 2021. Inn had been with the department for 6 years. He is survived by his wife and son, who was just 7 months old at the time he lost his father.